PM wants efforts towards Shared Prosperity Vision 2030 to begin now. King calls for stronger unity among Malaysians in 2020. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Azlani Ardani. You're watching Updates at Noon. At the stroke of midnight, Kuala Lumpur ushered in 2020 with a colourful presentation of images filling the skies over Dataran Merdeka in the federal capital, while fireworks displays lit up cities and towns throughout the country. As soon as the clock on Sultan Abdul Samad building rang out 12 times, Dataran Merdeka witnessed a glittering display of the light show in the sky, marking the arrival of the new year 2020. The special countdown to 2020 held simultaneously with the launch of Visit Malaysia Year 2020, VM 2020, saw the graphic presentation of the kite, the hornbill, Musang King Durian, Jalur Gemilang national flag and trishaw for more than 10 minutes before it culminated with a fireworks display. Thousands of people thronged Dataran Merdeka to ring in 2020 and witnessed the launch of VM 2020 by Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. Also present were Prime Minister's wife, Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah Muhammad Ali, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail and other ministers. The multi-event New Year's Eve celebrations began at 8:45 p.m. with the singing of the national anthem Negaraku and Malaysia Bersih. Earlier, Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Mohammadin Ketapi launched the Christmas 2019 Malaysia Open House, MRTM. There was also a Malaysia time capsule presentation by Istana Budaya, followed by a concert featuring leading local artists like Datuk Jeffrey Dane with the Pop Ye Ye team, Elvira Mentor, Oldies, Asmida, Traditional, Siti Nordiana, Ballad, Han Buell, K-pop, and 2 Bollywood songs. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has called on all Malaysians to continue supporting the government's policy, especially in achieving the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030. Speaking at Dataran Merdeka in conjunction with New Year's Eve event last night, Tun Dr. Mahathir said efforts towards achieving the vision begins now.
Tahun 2020 ini agak signifikan bagi saya kerana hampir 3 dekad yang lalu kita telah lancarkan wawasan 2020 dan menyasarkan tahun ini sebagai tahun kita mencapai tahap negara maju. Tetapi kerana beberapa pendekatan beberapa tahun yang lalu yang diambil oleh pemimpin kerajaan kelima dan keenam, maka wawasan itu tidak dapat dicapai. Dan pada tahun ini, dan kita perlu lanjutkan tempoh itu selama 10 tahun lagi. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, blueprint baru yang kita sediakan ialah wawasan kemakmuran bersama 2030. Dan kita meletak sasaran bahawa pada tahun 2030 kita akan mencapai apa yang telah kita harap dapat dicapai pada tahun 2020. Walaupun
in another development, the Premier also called Malaysians to take the opportunity from all tourism activities in conjunction with the Visit Malaysia 2020. He wants Malaysians to make the Visit Malaysia 2020 as a national mission with the role of attracting international tourists. Tun Dr. Mahathir said through the campaign, the government is targeting 30 million international tourist arrival and 100 billion ringgit revenue in the tourism sector.
Sumbangan industri pelancongan kepada keluaran dalam negara kasar ataupun KDNK pada tahun 2018 telah meningkat kepada 15.2% dengan nilai 220.6 bilion. berbanding 14.6% dengan nilai ringgit 201.4 bilion pada tahun 2017. Manakala dalam menyediakan peluang pekerjaan kepada rakyat tempatan, industri pelancongan kekal kompetitif pada tahun 2018, guna tenaga di dalam industri ini meningkat sebanyak 4.9% kepada 3.5 juta orang dan menyumbang 23.5% kepada jumlah keseluruhan guna tenaga negara berbanding 22.9% pada tahun 2017.
Meanwhile, Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Mohammadin Ketapi said tourist spending for January to September 2019 had increased 6.9% or 66.14 billion ringgit as compared to 61.85 billion ringgit in 2018. The minister added that tourist arrival had also increased to 20.11 million from January to September last year as compared to 19.39 million during the same period in 2018. Earlier, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said he did not dream he would be witnessing Putrajaya celebrate its 25th anniversary in 2020 since he launched the Federal Administrative Centre on 29th August 1995. Speaking at the launching of the Silver Jubilee celebration of Putrajaya at the Festival of Light and Motion Putrajaya 2019, Lampu 2019, on the eve of the New Year 2020 last night, the Premier said with the cooperation, unity and peace and joy, Putrajaya has now developed as a glittering administrative city.
Sebenarnya saya tidak mimpi untuk melihat acara seperti ini. Tetapi demikianlah kerjasama, perpaduan, kestabilan, keamanan negara kita sehingga dapat kita bangunkan sebuah ibu kota pentadbiran yang gilang gembira. Saya inilah Putrajaya dan saya inilah Malaysia, negara kita bersama.
At the ceremony, Tun Dr. Mahathir carried out a launching gimmick for Putrajaya Silver Jubilee Anniversary celebration by placing his hand on the launching pad with the official logo of the celebration, followed by fireworks from the Palace of Justice. The selected Putrajaya Silver Jubilee celebration logo was created by Muhammad Zaidi Abdullah from Cyberjaya, who won a competition organized by Putrajaya Corporation, which received 62 entries. Meanwhile, PPJ President Datuk Dr. Aminuddin Hassim said Putrajaya would be the host of more than 200 national and international events in 2020. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah meanwhile called on Malaysians to forge stronger unity and cooperation to enjoy continued harmony and prosperity while maintaining the nation's sovereignty in 2020. The King decreed that the beginning of a new year should be celebrated by removing any basis for racial prejudice among the people for the sake of unity, harmony and the spirit of love for the country. In a statement released yesterday, His Majesty said unity would flourish in a peaceful environment where the people were trusting, sincere, friendly and respect each other. Al-Sultan Abdullah added that every Malaysian should know that unity was vital to ensure continued prosperity in the country. His Majesty said the young generation especially has a huge role to play to continue the efforts taken by the country's previous leaders, as the Statistics Department's records show that in December 2018, 68% of Malaysians were under 40 and 51% were under 30. The King also called on Malaysians to set a New Year's resolution that includes preserving and promoting noble values that have long been the catalyst for harmony, peace and prosperity in the country. Sultan Abdullah said 2019 has had a huge significance for him as he was elected and installed as Malaysia's 16th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, head of Islam and the Supreme Commander of the Malaysian Armed Forces. 8 stalls at the popular Pasar Sentul wet market at Jalan Sentul, Kuala Lumpur were razed in a large blaze last night. The fire, which began at about 9:30 p.m, caused panic among members of the public, but there were no casualties in the incident. According to the Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Department's Operations Centre, a distress call on the fire was received at about 9:33 p.m. It said 25 firefighters from the Sentul, Jalan Hang Tuah, Sri Hartamas, Gombak Selatan and Titiwangsa Station were rushed to the scene. The fire was raging and out of control when firefighters arrived at the scene, but they managed to douse the flames completely by 10:24 p.m. The Fire and Rescue Department added that the cause of the fire and estimated losses suffered are currently being investigated. Coming up next, SOCSO extension to 19 formal sectors to benefit 2.8 million self-employed individuals. The Congress of the Union of Employees in the Public and Civil Services, QPAX, has urged the government to retain the Critical Service Incentive Payment, BIPK, involving 33 service schemes. Its President Adnan Mat Said said the postponement of the abolition of the BIPK was only on a temporary basis. Adnan said QPAX would send a letter requesting a meeting to be held with the Public Service Department, JPA, to finalise the matter.
Memang kami nak supaya kerajaan meneruskan ataupun mengekalkan bayaran insentif perkhidmatan kritikal ini, walaupun kerajaan memberi jaminan yang terlibat hanyalah penjawat awam yang baru. Walaupun kami tidak terlibat, rakan sebaya kami tidak terlibat, tetapi kami melihat dari segi kesaksamaan dan juga akan timbul double standard. Yang baru tidak dapat, yang lama dapat.
QPAX had also sent a note of objection to the Prime Minister last week, expressing its stand over the matter. JPA, in a statement issued on 25th December, said that the abolition of BIPK would only affect civil servants who are appointed from January this year. BIPK was introduced in 1992 due to low recruitment in certain sectors at the time and to attract graduates to join the public service. The Self-Employment Social Security Scheme, SEEIS, under the Social Security Organisation, SOCSO, which is extended to 19 other informal sectors, begins today. The informal sectors include, among others, agriculture, fisheries, construction works, online businesses, agent services, hawkers and artists. SOCSO, in a statement released, said the expansion of the scheme would benefit 2.8 million self-employed individuals. The SEEIS offers contribution payment as low as RM157.20 on a yearly basis or RM13.10 on monthly basis. The statement also said the self-employed individual could register and make the contribution payment through online or at any SOCSO's branches. The SEEIS, which came into effect from June 2017, provides protection to self-employed insured persons from employment injuries including occupational diseases and accidents during work-related activities. It was a very meaningful start for RTM in 2020 when the national broadcasters entered the Malaysia's Book of Records, MBOR, for successfully merging 30 bands to have a non-stop and simultaneous performance at the Concert Kita Punya 2020 at RTM last night. The national broadcasters also received MBOR's recognition for the longest stage constructed, measuring at 180 feet, built for the concert. Held at Dataran Merdeka, the concert put together 30 local bands and singers, which consisted, among others, rock singer Dato' Awi, rock queen Ella, Dragon Malaya Band, Hujan, Bangface, Floor 88, Kugiran Masdo, Subculture and Paladin. The concert attracted more than 80,000 spectators. Present to receive the MBOR recognition and certification was Communications and Multimedia Ministry Secretary General Datuk Suryani Ahmad. We begin with local sports. Yesterday was literally the last day of the decade, but Malaysian clubs are still signing players noticed through less than reliable methods. They would do well to heed the advice of experienced Malaysian coach Ismail Zakaria. In an interview with the Malaysian Football League, the trainer spoke of the importance of more involved scouting approaches. As the head coach of the now defunct Sam Darby FC from 2010 to 2015, he had been instrumental in introducing several talented foreign players into the country, such as Patrick Ronaldinho, Carlo Primorac and Dilshot Asharov Fedinov. He advised Malaysian clubs not to rely too much on players' agents to avoid having a big wage bill. He also advised teams to plan their trip and signings ahead of time in order to avoid rushing into decisions. Having ended their 2019 Premier League campaign in 5th place, Ismail's UiTM were recently granted promotion to the Super League due to PKNP FC's takeover by Perak as the latter's feeder team. But Ismail will not be leading the university side in their first ever season in the top tier, as he reportedly resigned from the position due to disagreements over budget and signing parameters. The Shah Alam-based club, in the meantime, has been led by former Malaysia under-23 head coach Frank Bernard in pre-season matches. That concludes this edition of Updates and News. In our top story, PM1's efforts towards Shared Prosperity Vision 2030 to begin now. We will be back at 7 this evening with more updates. Till then, I'm Azlan Yadani. Happy New Year and have a good day.